Happy Easter, everybody. I hope you're doing good. Hi, Triasa. I don't know if that's the name or not, but this is what appears. So yeah, sorry for posting this live so late, but as I said in my community tab on my channel, once tornado season comes, because I live in Tornado Alley in the heart of Oklahoma City, not in the heart of it, but more like to the southeast part of the city. Hi, Lianka. Things can change not just overnight, but within a few hours. So I waited until I was sure that there wouldn't be anything threatening, because you can imagine it's not pleasant to be on a live and to suddenly get a tornado warning, or even if it's not a tornado warning, we have a lot of very high winds and excuse me, I can lose power. So there wouldn't be much of a wait for me to advise you ahead of time. You know how it is when you lose power. So I wanted to make sure that there wouldn't be any threat or anything. Right now we just have, actually I think it went away for now. It's been raining like downpours. Yeah, it stopped right now. Like real downpours since yesterday afternoon. Finally it stopped. Where I am, it's not that big of a threat, but areas southeast of me are flooded. So, hi, Donna. And another thing, there are two more things that I need to announce before this, and a little note. So, one of the things is I wanted to actually do a destash for this live, but I wasn't able to finish everything that I had to do for the destash because pain. I mean, bad weather, low barometer, people who have issues with pain know exactly what I'm talking about. And the other thing is to remind you that I still have the need for some financial support, because finally the possibility for me buying back my house is there, but I have to be there with on top of the mortgage money, which is in the final thing. I have to be there on top of it with like $2,500, of which I have like 600, but I still need more. So if you would be so kind to donate, please, even $5 helps. If you go on my website, that is here, if you scroll down, do not donate here in YouTube, because anything that you donate here I wouldn't get until next month. But the donation part on my website is through PayPal, so I can access it right away. If you scroll down on the right hand side of the page, there is a donate button. And thank you so much for people who have already donated. It, as I said, it doesn't matter if you can only donate $5, every little bit helps. And thank you so much in advance. I mean, it is a really very dire situation, because if I don't do that, if I don't manage to buy out, then I don't think I have enough money to be able to move in a rental house. So my house would be sold at sheriff's sale and I'll be on the streets practically. So yeah, I didn't want to share with anybody, because I don't really think that most of my issues should be brought out in public. But this is this. I mean, I'm desperate. I don't even know what to do anymore. So let's get back to what I was going to show you, and it's something that's really easy to do. I know it's Easter and I'm showing you Easter stuff, so you could have done This, I could have done this earlier, but it's always for next year, you know. So I couldn't find my little. By the way, these you can buy at Polyclay Play, and please don't forget to use my affiliate link, because that's what allows me to make the gift cards giveaways. And I know we are in such a horrible time, and there's so much uncertainty about what's going to happen, but honestly, our crafting is what's one of the things that's keeping us sane. So first of all, I'm going to just get me enough. I mean, this black is made with blackout. If you haven't watched yet my tutorial about that, let me get back real quick to send you the link, to post the link. I made a few months ago. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. Okay. So I made a review. So this would be it. Hi, Sharon. This would be the review, and then I also made a jewelry box using, using the black clay I had just made with the blackout Kato. I normally don't work much with Kato for two reasons, because number one, Kato is a pretty hard clay, and in my hands don't handle it very well, because as you know, I have nerve damage in my hands. But nevertheless, it's the best clay to make canes if your hands can handle it. Just the only thing you shouldn't use is Kato translucent, because it's the worst translucent of all. It's not very translucent and kind of yellows out when baked. But what I'm going to do here, and I'm going to resin them afterwards. I'm so sorry. I don't know, whoever follows my personal profile on Facebook, I posted earlier a photo to show how I'm forced to work sometimes. Let me show it to you, actually. So sometimes there are little, there we go. I had to just keep Finnegan in my arms while I was trying to work. So there might be a few leftover hairs, but there's that. Okay, so if you go on my Amazon influencer store, and I have again to go on my channel to get you the link, direct link. If you scroll down, you will see the stencils and dies section, where I posted some of the stencils that can be used on polymer clay, and that they are actually very nice to use on polymer clay. And what I'm going to do first, this one has balloons, right? So it shouldn't be very good for eggs, but if you use it carefully, you can actually make eggs out of this. And how I'm going to do this, I'm gonna try and place it so to get the most of these eggs. So I guess like this. And if you don't want to work too hard on making all kinds of motifs. Okay, so I'm going to grab this, and this is a flamingo pink. And a salmon pink. Now, as sometimes I do tell you all kinds of stories during, especially during certain holidays. So I'm going to put first the flamingo pink. At least this is from Romanian tradition, okay? So this is not necessarily Western tradition or anything, because a lot of people, it is known the fact that Easter, and it is named Easter because it was actually destined to replace the Ostara festival of ancient Saxon beliefs, pagan beliefs. And the eggs were actually the goddess Ostara, because she was the goddess of fertility. Symbols. Nevertheless, in Romania, why we were, because you know the whole painted eggs and everything is a more modern take on painting eggs, but in the original, if you go back many decades and probably more than 100 years, the eggs were only colored red. And the legend said that when Mary Magdalene, together with Mary, the mother of Christ, got at the foot of the cross where Christ was crucified on, Mary Magdalene had a basket of eggs that she was, I don't remember exactly if she was taking to the farmer to the market to sell, or so here be very careful. Do not, you can even put your finger here to not do the tail of the balloon. And when she placed the basket of eggs at the foot of the cross, Jesus's blood started dripping on the eggs, and the eggs got red. So that is why we color the eggs red in remembrance of his I forgot how is it called in English. It's not torture, it's different. In Romanian it's patim. You can help me here. How is it called? Because the whole week before Easter is practically called like that. The first, at least the first 3 days of the week. Okay, and I want to go here a little bit and sacrifice, but no, it's not about the sacrifice. It's about all the torture he had to go through. Oh God, let me use an online translator because I'm having a brain fart. That would be be more like sufferings. Let me try the whole. Passion. The passions of Christ. Okay. That's what I meant to say. The passion of Christ. Yeah. Sorry, I was on the other page when you answered. So let me do a little bit of. And then you can go with it and just use another color or something to make things prettier. So I'm going to use a gold, let me see, an interference gold. This is the interference gold. And let me blow on it. And I'm going to use a little bubbles one, and I'm going to try and place them where they wouldn't get on the strings. I'm not going to get on the strings of the balloons. Yeah, no, see, the thing is that words are not really hard all the time, but when there is a difference in how things are called, because, for example, passions in Romanian only refer to lust and love, and I'm talking about carnal love. So that's why it was hard for me to remember how it was called. Okay, so I'm not going to go on any of these little lines. And by the way, this should be, or something similar should be in my Amazon influencer store, and I've added a couple more. And I don't want to go too hard on this. And of course, I was supposed to get this out. I'm getting all messed up, so I don't really have to care about the tails of the balloons. I didn't know why the thing was moving. But this is what happens when I'm distracted by something. And you can imagine that I've been living with a lot of stress due to this whole situation. So it definitely messed up with my thinking and focusing capacity. Alrighty, so this is done. Okay, so I'm going to blow this first. And remove this gently, and then I'm going to use just the simple I'm going to actually use a larger one so that it can be seen that it is eggs here. So if I put this here, I'm going to grab a full egg plus something and just get a smaller one here. It can go. I just want to show you how it looks like once it's, and of course I can cut other things here, but I'm going to leave this for now and use it later on a few more. and just simply resin it so you can see. I'm going to only resin one for now, as I hope that what's left in that bottle is going to last until the end of the live. I do have another bottle. Alrighty. Now, for the next style, what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually cut a few ahead of time. And I'm going to place on each of them, and of course you can use red instead of black, right? I didn't even realize I could have used red, but or not any other color. So this is just to show you how you can make various patterns, and you can practically use any of the linear or even the non-linear ones. So let me go ahead first and do a little bit of coloring on a couple of them, so they wouldn't be just plain black. So remember that this is black because of the blackout, and the thing with the blackout is that as if you watch the tutorial, you will see you can make any of your scrap clay black. So that would actually save you quite a bit of money because you won't have to buy black clay. Okay, and make sure that you do the finishing, you know, a nice swiping of the whole thing. And I'm gonna make these, what color should I make them? I'm gonna make them green. Yeah, and at the same time I'm also busy trying to download all the videos I have on Facebook, even if some of them, hi Cindy, even if some of them are not that good of a quality, because Facebook downgrades the quality if you're not a top person. But some of them I worked directly on the phone, and when I posted them, after I posted them, I deleted them. I didn't realize that Facebook would decide, oh, we are not as rich as Google, so we cannot afford to keep your videos. So that's quite a bit of work, believe it or not. So what color should I use? I think I'm gonna use a gold, and let me see. Okay, so I chose actually a yellow that is brilliant yellow. You can use gold if you don't have all these colors. This one is sky blue, and this one is pumpkin orange. So I'm going to grab some differently colored, because yes, you can do hi Darla, and I'm not sure, did I say hi Cindy? You can place one powder on top of the other, the same as you can place an acrylic on top of the other. So I'm going to do this one with yellow. And I'm going to do another yellow with, let me see, I think that this would work good. Just find a good, alright, so this should work fine. Oops. So you can make yourself earrings like this easily. And then let's do the lines things. Because as I said, if you use lines of any kind, it would make it look pretty much like painted eggs. So which of them should I? What the heck, I planted the end of that stencil there. So this would work good. So let me use the blue here. I need a new one. Okay, I'm starting to drop things. And this banded thing will make it look even more like an egg. Then I'm going to do an orange. I should have done backwards, but that's still okay. And let's do an orange with let's use this. There we go. So different different I don't know, to be very honest. Yes, mica stays on mica. You don't have a problem. Just make sure that you don't touch and you don't shift, and that your stencil is very well stuck to the clay. and it works on mica very good. Not sure if I have any of these here because I made some a while ago with when I still had sponsors, not members. I don't think I have any here, but they will be in the stashes, some of them. Anyway, so let's resin one or two of these to see how they look. I might even resin all of them so you can see how pretty they are. And the thing is that you can make them thinner. Remember, as long as you use Chinese UV resin, you can bake it. Do not try this with Lisa Pavelka or Ultradome or any other type of UV resin, because they would make fumes and they would yellow when baked. And you can, if you're worried about how the back of it will look like, you can always make them thin, and as long as they are still stuck to the baking tile that you're using, they will not start curling. So you bake them, then you take them out of the oven, you let them cool, and then you make a backing to them so you don't have all that shininess. And yeah, the other thing that I wanted to tell you, and I will show you after I put these in the lamp. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a new video for members with a very easy way to obtain a full labradorite. It does have a little bit of a trick to it, as usual with all my faux. The finger things, you can find them, I don't know if they are makeup applicators, but I got them from Polyclay Play. That's why I said in the beginning, but I guess you didn't catch the very beginning, that you can get them from Polyclay Play. And if you go buy some, please don't forget to use my affiliate link so I can get you gift certificates. Alrighty, so let me wipe my fingers because I got a little bit of resin. And yes, alcohol cleans UV resin as long as it's not yet set. If it's set, hallelujah. Okay, so yeah, these, let me actually try and find them on Polyclay Play. Finger, let me see. There you go. Sponge finger dauber. There you go. And they are washable, even with acrylics, as long as you drop them in whatchamacallit, a little water bowl. They will while the acrylic is still not dried, they will get cleaned, so you don't have any issue with that. So let's see how. So let's look only on the left one. You can see how pretty it is. And then before we look at the other one, I need to show you. Give me a second. No, I need to find the second one, because I have two like these, and they are somewhere here. But yeah, let me. Actually, this this one is done, but I'm going to refocus so that I can show you also the full labradorite. Okay, so I should need something like here. Yeah, that would be good. And I need to change the... I figured out a trick on the when it comes to the lights, that if I turn down the brightness and I turn it to warm light, and I only allow it from one side instead of both sides, then it does show better the effects. So there we go on these. So you can see they are very pretty, and they also, remember I told you, make sure that you always finish with, and you can actually finish with them like this, and it would show an even different mica shifting. But always when you cover with mica, make sure that you have all the thing in the same direction. So let's get this one back so you can see how pretty it looks, also with a whole bunch of mica shift effect. And you can see how I made the so-called eggs. They are kind of like, have an ombre here, and then showing you the full labradorite. Remember that the big idea with the labradorite is that it's got that labradorescence that comes and goes, and in most of the labradorite tutorials it doesn't go, it's only there. Okay, so there we go. I tried to make it to go as much as possible. And I don't think this is it. No, this is not it. Sorry, this is not the final. This is the final. Excuse me. This is the final. And there you go. It does come and go. It doesn't go completely, but enough to look like a labradorite. Right, so there's the other one with, it's actually, it's not just plain labradorite, it's spectralite, because the difference between plain labradorite and labradorite only has blue, spectralite has all kinds of colors. And I think I've shown you before. I still should have it here. Let me see. I didn't think I took it out of here to put it back. I might have. Oh no, there it is. So we can compare to an actual spectralite. And yeah, I can tweak it even more to make this type of grayish with a tinge of green stuff instead of just black. But I think that, so we can see the real labradorite. Of course, it's not as strong as the, so again, this is a spectralite, not just a plain labradorite. And compared to the full one, as you can see, I didn't manage to make it completely go away. And there is an older tutorial in which I used, unfortunately, an acrylic paint that is not made anymore. So there's that. But for today's, I'll put this back here. For today's tips and tricks, this is it. Let me get back on my focus thing. So there we go, from both sides. So this is it. I hope you enjoyed it. Do not forget, please, to my whole donation thing. And I thank you all for sticking with me, and I sure hope that we'll be able to still stick together for more years to come. Okay, thank you so much, and again, enjoy your Easter. Happy Easter. And I don't know what else to say, but hang tight for both everything that's happening in the world right now and the weather, because I know a lot of you are like me in bad weather areas, but we'll manage to get through this, right? Thank you so much. Happy Easter. Bye.